Host Tony T as we broadcast live here on Pig Dogs and Sports Chat Place YouTube channel throughout social media. We will get you out here well before the top of the hour. Give you guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games, and that's what we do here on the drive-thru Monday through Friday here at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Is our live free sports picks beginning from all the major sports. And deliver those plays, our cappers here over at Pig Dogs and Sports Chat Place. So let's take a peek at who's on the show with us for today. All right, this is Brad Francis with us, David Racey, Jay Briggs, Jovan Burts. Ron will be signing momentarily. Joey Tron, Kirk is with us as well. Here's how we'll line up for this evening. We've got Racey, Briggs, Francis, Burts, Stewart, Tron, Zawacky. Then I will close this one out. All right, on the board tonight we've got those two NBA playoff games, action on the ice, 14-game card from Major League Baseball on Monday. So let's get the show underway. Let's welcome in David Racey. You'll catch him over at Pig Dogs. We'll bring David in right now. Coverage here from Major League Baseball. I think we're ready to go here in just a second. Oh, missed that one there. All right, David, ready to go. David, what's happening?
Not much, Tony. Just ready to bat leadoff today. Not used to being in this top spot.
Yeah, we're up at the top of the order here, and we'll be ready to roll here tonight with the Royals and Mariners going head-to-head here. We see the Mariners $1.51 at home with a total of 7.
Yeah, this Kansas City team has been a blast to watch this season. If people haven't seen them, I know they're kind of in a small market, but they've been really solid to start. They're 25-17. They're tied for second in the AL Central, just a half game behind the Guardians. They've been really good with their hitting and their pitching. They're 12th in runs scored offensively. They're 8th in team ERA. They've won 4 of their last 5 and 8 out of their last 12. I like them here tonight. I know they're playing a tough Seattle team. Seattle is 22-19. But they are leading the AL West by just a half game over Texas. That AL West, no one's really pulled away yet. Some average play there, but we know Seattle, Texas, Houston will probably start to distance themselves here sooner rather than later. But the Mariners, while they have had really good pitching, they are 6th in team ERA this year. Offensively, they've struggled to score runs consistently. They're only 25th in runs scored. They're facing a pitcher tonight here, Brady Singer for the Royals, who has been very sharp in his last 3 outings, allowing just 1 earned run in his last 3. Seattle is going with George Kirby, who is a very solid pitcher. He got roughed up a little bit against the Twins in his last start. But I just think here the Royals, with how good they've been offensively, I think they can get to Kirby here, and I like them at the plus money price.
All right, we got David here on the Royals here, plus the price, plus 136. Plus 139. Do your line shopping, get the best numbers. Yeah, hard to argue this. I've been watching Mariner baseball for several years. They play a lot of their home games out on the West Coast, and it's the same old story for past 3 to maybe 5 years. It's brutal. Their offense is brutal at home. They just can't score. And when you're seeing a big plus next to a contender like the Royals, it's hard to pass because, again, being on the West Coast, seeing these Mariners team and seeing the struggle over and over again offensively.
Yeah, and like I said, the pitching's been there for them, and the offense just over the past few years has been the real issue. You know, when you look at their past, I think 11 or 12 games, they've scored 3 runs or fewer in half of them, in 6 of them. So, yeah, offensively, they're struggling, and when they go up against a really solid pitcher, in Singer, at least recently, it could be trouble for them. And then you look at Kansas City's offense, the Royals' offense has been fantastic to start the year. And then it's amazing the production they're getting out of Salvador Perez at this point in his career. But between him and Bobby Witt, the Royals offense is really, really going.
Yeah, no doubt about that. And, of course, the Mariners just can't seem to get it working at home. On the road, it's a different story. I'll look to back them on the road, especially at plus price, because it seems the bats wake up on the road, but they just have some issue there at home. It's been not just this year. It's been several years with this Mariners team getting runs at home. Royals plus 136 here against the Royals plus 136 against the Mariners tonight, 9:40 Eastern Time. All right, David, let's take a look over at Pig Dog for tonight's action. Of course, action here on the ice with a couple of games. NBA playoffs continue tonight as well. 14-game card from Major League Baseball. What do you have going over at Pig Dog? We see some great performance here from David in the NBA.
Yeah, the NBA has been really good to me here over the last 2 months or so. The last week has been great also. I'm up over 1,000 units, over 63% over the last 7 days, 75% in the NBA, and then 58% in the MLB and the NHL. So I'm on a heater. Now is the time to join. I have 7 premium plays tonight. I have 3 in the MLB, 2 in the NBA, and 2 in the NHL. I have them packaged up a couple different ways. I have 5 of them in a 5-pack. That 5-pack is one, I think, in 4 out of the last 5 days. So definitely a good time to hop on long term, get all my plays for the next 3, 7, or 30 days.
That's right, guys. Get on board with David Racey over at Pick Dogs Premium. You see the great results here in NBA, but look at the last 7 days. All sports combined, 1,045 units of profit. You guys like that 7-day pass on the Mondays, right? A lot of coverage. We're still in the second round of the playoffs in NBA, NHL, all the baseball coverage up there as well. So get on board. Use that promo code PICK at checkout. Save that 15% off on the multi-cap. All right, David, as always, great having your show. We'll talk next week, but we can find more of your content written form over on their websites.
Yep, over at Sports Chat Place and Pick Dogs, you just go to the top tab, click on the free pick section, click on whatever sports you're looking for, and you get a free pick article from me or one of the other writers. It's a great source of information. You get some trends, some stats, and a free pick. So head on over to the sites and check it out.
That's right, guys. Check it out. David Racey's written form, Pick Dogs, and Sports Chat Place. All right, David, have a great rest of the week. We'll catch up with you next week. Sometimes we bump into each other on those weekend shows.
Oh, yeah. Yep. I'll be on there one of the days this weekend, and we can see what kind of trouble we can get into.
No doubt about that. All right, David Racey here on the drive through. Let's continue our coverage, guys, on the show. Let's take a look at the chat pick of the day. The chat has been on fire here the last several weeks here. Tonight, it'll be the Phillies and Mets. If you like the Phillies like I do, it's letter A. My side will always be in green. The Mets minus 101. Over 7.5 is C. Under 7.5 is D. That is the chat pick of the day for a Monday's action, which probably tells you we are going to have coverage on both NBA games today. Probably why you're not seeing the NBA game there in the chat pick. All right, we're already getting the plays coming in right now. Looks like so far the Phillies are coming in strong. 3 on the Phillies, 1 on the Mets. Another one on the Phillies tonight. Another on the Phillies. So the Phillies here coming in here. We got an A and a C here. So we get split down the middle. I should put that as a half, right? But anyway, 6-1 so far in the early picks here in the chat pick of the day. All right, let's continue here on the drive-through. Up next, we're going to welcome in Jay Briggs. Catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. As boy, these Philly fanatics are coming in like crazy right now here, guys. 8-1 right now, 9-1 right now. Woo! The Phillies look to be a real strong play from the chat tonight. All right, let's bring him in right now. Jay Briggs. Catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Catch him in the mornings here during the week, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Of course, he's got his jam session as well. Maybe we'll see some jam sessions, obviously, from Jay. I was going to say NBA, NFL, but it's a little too early for that. Any early looks. We're still a ways from that. We got to give Jay some time to recover. Jay, what's happening?
What's happening, Tony T? How you doing, my man?
I'm doing great. All right, we're going to go back to baseball. I know it was a rough weekend for your Rangers, but like I said, it's Colorado. It's Colorado, so just all you got to do is just put a line through it. It's Colorado. Yep. It happens to everybody over there. It's an interesting environment. The Rangers going to see it once every 2 years. So just like I said, it's weird things happen in Colorado. But anyway, we're back. They're back home to face the Guardians here. The Guardians short favorites $5, total 9.
I think Tony T summed it up well, man. You just got to put a line through it. It happened, but it almost didn't happen. But I was at all 3 games. I went to all 3 of them. And all I can tell you is you would have thought the Rockies were a playoff team last year, how well they played. I mean, they just seem to make every play, man. It just happened. It happened. Do I take much from it from the Rangers' point of view? No, I don't. I think we come back home, we respond, and we do what we do. When you look at the Rangers, look this year and last year, we are a much better home team. When you look at the Guardians, I know that plus price on the Guardian looks good, but in the grand scheme of things, the Guardians on the road is where they struggle, and they're kind of starting to show those tendencies of just losing their last series they played to the Chicago White Sox. So both teams kind of coming to this thing struggling. I see this more of a bounce-back spot for the Rangers than I do for the Guardians. I almost said the Indians, the Guardians. But this is how I'm going to play. When the Rangers bounce back, they usually do it dominantly. So I'm going to lay the run line. That's how I usually attack playing the Rangers. They're an offensive team. So when they win dominantly. Lay the run line, get you some plus money. Lay 2.5 runs, too, if you got the stomach for it. Because when they win big, and that's how I'm going to attack them. Bounce back spot for them at home behind Lorenzen. And I think they get the body.
All right, Jay here on the Rangers run line. Lay the run and a half. Nice plus 175 to plus 190. Do your line shopping. Get the best numbers. Yeah, the Guardians come in really on a hitting slump right now. They're not hitting the baseball. That happens to them sometimes. They have always had a pretty good pitching staff, good bullpen, but sometimes those bats go cold, and right now those bats have gone cold. Also, too, what a difference with this Rangers bullpen home and away.
Yeah, away, man, they've been terrible. And home, they're really not that good. I'm not trying to sell y'all that dream either, but they're better at home than they are away. And I think you hit the other key point. Like you said, the Guardians, when they're hitting the baseball, they can be one of the best teams in baseball like we've seen early this season. But when they go cold, we've seen them go cold over the last few seasons. This is not out of the realm of the Guardians we've seen over the past few seasons. Their bats go cold, especially on the road, and they struggle. And they kind of go home, figure it out, or maybe even go cold there. So I just kind of got to ride who I think these two teams are in the grand scheme of things. Both really good teams, but I expect Texas to bounce back at home.
All right, Jay, looking for the bounce back here for the Rangers in a big way here. Lay the run and a half plus 175. He even says you can sprinkle 2.5. Those alternate run lines to really get even more plus money. This one tonight, 8:05 Eastern time. All right, Jay, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge for tonight's action. Of course, two on the NBA hardwood tonight, couple on the ice. We also have that 14-game card from Major League Baseball. Jay enjoying a great year in the NBA. Also, all sports combined, over 1,500 units of profit. What do you have going on over at Pick Dodge Premium?
Money making Monday, man. I have quite a few things over at Pick Dodge Premium. I got NBA, got hockey in there. I believe I have some Major League Baseball in there. So it's y'all know what it is, man. We're in that time of the season where playoffs and two respective leagues, in the grit and grind of baseball. It's a great time to hop on long term, man, so you get the best value for your buck. And let's just try to continue to make some money. The NBA season is coming down to the wire, but we got, still a good amount of time here in the semis. Then we got the conference, and then we got the final. So still a good amount of games left to hop on if you want some NBA action from me. And then we'll for sure be grinding out baseball over the summer. So hop on something long term or pair me up with one of the guys, and let's continue to kick the crap out of the books.
That's right, guys. Get on board Jay Briggs over at Pick Dodge Stream. You see the great results in the NBA. All sports combined, 1,500 units of profit. Long-term pass, so doing well. Even that 7-day pass like you guys like to get on the Monday. But, Jay, you also have that all-access pass, that next-level service for those big bettors.
Yep. Tony T did it perfectly. It's that next-level service for big bettors that have asked me for that service. Some people like to bet big in the NBA. And they wanted my opinion on how I would do it in that manner. So we started doing that with my guy Costi. You can text the number 775-636-7674, and we'll get back to you and figure out if the package is for you. It's not for everybody, and it's a longer-term investment, but hey, this season has paid dividends for a ton of people, and we're just trying to keep the momentum up.
The momentum, guys, get on board. Next-level service. You bet 500 or more a game. Get on board with that next-level service offered by Jay. Make that call or text. All right, Jay, have a great night. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow. A lot going on with you. Live shows as well as your rundown.
Yes, sir. You can catch me every single day with the NBA Jam session. You can catch me on the morning show every day here with Mitch, Chris, Costi, Romanelli, and then the weekends with everybody. So plenty of content from me here. Wouldn't want to be doing anything else. Continue to tune in. Let's continue kicking the crap out of the books, and let's continue to make some money.
Indeed. All right, Jay, have a great night. We'll catch up with you tomorrow.
Appreciate you, Tony T. See you tomorrow, my man.
See you tomorrow. Jay Briggs here on the Drive, dude. Let's continue here on the show, guys. Let's take a peek at the chat pick of the day. It is all one-way action here. It is all one way. If you like the Phillies, -109, it's 8. Mets, -101B. Over 7.5 is C. Under 7.5 is Z. It's a chat pick of the day. 12 on the Phillies. 1 Brave Soul on the Mets. We got Kellyanne coming in right now. Another one on the Phillies to take us to 13. So it has been one-way action. All the Phillies. Justin, 1890. You're alone on an island with the New York Mets. And he puts it Mets win again. He doubles down. Justin, 1890, doubles down on the Mets. Says the Mets are going to win. So he is just letting you guys, you 13 guys on the chat have it out there. But it's right. 13-1 here. And Justin's a longtime diehard Mets fan. He's a homer. I guess this is a homer pick from Justin, 1890 there. So he clarifies that for us. All right, let's continue here on the drive-through. Up next, it's time for Brad Francis. You'll catch him over at Pick Dog Sprint. We'll bring Brad in right now. He's put up some impressive numbers up here on the leaderboards. You guys check him out as well. Good video series as well from Brad. We'll find out more about that during the segment. We'll bring him in just a second here. I don't think I went too far here, did I? Maybe I did. Okay, let me go back a little bit to find his card here, and we can get him ready to roll here with baseball coverage here for the Monday card. 14 games on the board. Nothing has started yet, so everything's still actionable right now. Let's see here. What are we doing here? What did I do? Here he is. Brad, what's going on?
Tony T, how are we doing today?
I'm doing great. All right, here we go. We're gonna have to move the chains here to get your game. It's not this one. It's gonna be the Rays are gonna be in action tonight, as they'll be playing the Boston Red Sox. So let's go ahead and get to that game here in just a second here. I think it's back here. Here it is. Rays Red Sox head-to-head. If I've got that one right. Let me see. Yep, I do have it right. Okay. We got the Red Sox $1.12 at home. We see the total 8.5.
Yeah, I'm going to take a shot with the Rays here on the road. I think this is a good buy low spot for Eflin. Even though he's been a little shaky to start the season, this is a good spot for him to bounce back. Well, what he struggled with has been the home run ball. And the Red Sox lineup just isn't much of a home run threat. Besides Rafael Devers, he get a deep ball. But other than him, I'm not too worried about the home run ball against Eflin. And how limited this Rays starting pitchers staff is, Eflin needs to step up. So I expect him to kind of get it together. I think it's a good spot for him. On the other hand, it's been a magical season for Crawford, who's coming into this one with a sub-2 ERA, but I think there has to be some regression at some point for Crawford, and it could be tonight. I liked how the Rays offense looked against the Yankees this weekend. They lost that series, don't get me wrong, but in Game 2, they dropped 7 runs, and then in Game 3, they dropped 6 runs. So if we see this Rays offense start to get hot, they start putting up some runs, they're going to be a dangerous team. So I think they're in good form right now. I like Eflin. I'll take my chances with them getting plus money here.
All right, we got Brad here, plus money here on the Rays here in this spot. And how can you argue? Because, boy, the Red Sox have had struggles hitting the baseball. Another team that's really slumping, 2.7 runs per game over the last 7 games. And I do believe it's, I'm not mistaken, if it's still Cutter Crawford up here on the hill of Crawford, it's just been, they haven't either, he's got a difficult, sure, he's got some good ERA numbers up there. But, man, the team behind him just 3-12 at home the past 2 seasons. And Red Sox has also struggled against the division as well.
Yep, I agree with everything you said there. Like you said, it was like 2.3 runs in the last several games for the Red Sox. That's just not going to cut it. And, yeah, I mean, Crawford, good season for him so far, but I think that comes to an end at some point. I think he's going to be a solid pitcher, but I don't think he keeps that up consistently.
Yeah, and also, too, if you look here with looking at division, Boston at home over the last 3 seasons against the division, it's been brutal here, minus 30 units. So that's a really 1581, minus 29.3 units. Rough there for the Red Sox at home facing the AL East. They've been pounded there. Rays plus 107 here against the Red Sox tonight, 7 Eastern time. All right, Brad, let's take a look over at Pick Dog Cream for tonight's action. Of course, the action on the board tonight here from the NBA. We got 2 games on the board there, a couple on the ice. 14-game card for Major League Baseball. Brad having a great year in the NBA. Nearly 1,900 units of profit. Of course, when you go to Brad's handicapper page, you can verify all the numbers there because there's pick history there to see every play. They're graded immediately here on the site. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yep, got an NBA, or I got just a 3-pack on the site. It's my best NBA playoff game pick for tonight. Actually, I love this pick. And then I got 2 MLB plays as well. So I'm ready to have a good week. Last week was really good. This weekend was just all right. So, I dug into the slate hard yesterday, found 3 games that I love, and I'm going to roll with them. So if you're interested, go check those out. But, of course, it's always a good idea to hop on something long-term and just get more for your buck there.
More for your buck indeed, guys. Get on board with Brad Francis over at Pick Dogs Premium. Go on board with these long-term passes. That's the way to go instead of having to buy the plays individually. And use that promo code PICK at checkout, and you'll save that 15% off more multi-capper options as well. All right, Brad, as always, great having you on the show. Continue your success. We'll catch up with you next week. But we can catch up with you with your video series here, Nerfies, Yerfies, here on the short series.
Yes, sir. It's always a pleasure, Tony. And yes, we got 2 video series going on. We got the Yerfies and Nerfies going on. Been absolutely crushing that all MLB season long. And then got the parlays going as well. So you get 3 analysis on 3 different games every single day. So go check that out. Check those out on Pick Dogs YouTube.
Pick Dogs YouTube, guys. A lot of Nerfies, Yerfies, as well as shorts there from Brad. And those 2 video series, you want to check them out. All right, Brad, have a great night. We'll catch up with you again next week.
Thank you, Tony. Good luck tonight.
As well. Brad Francis here on the drive through. Let's continue here on the show, guys. It's one-way traffic here on the chat pick of the day. We did find another Mets. I will say there has been a change of favorite, but we're already locked in these numbers. Okay, it's like a contest rules here. We're locked into the numbers already. Although the Mets are now favored at -111. There's been some late money coming on the Mets going against the chat pick. We're getting some sharp money fading the chat pick today, but it's okay. We're not afraid of it because I like the site too. Phillies 13, Mets 2, 1 on the over, 1 on the under. The chat pick of the day. Keep these picks coming in, and we'll recap at the end of the show. All right, let's continue here on the drive-through. Up next, Jovan Burts. Catch him over at Pick Dog Stream. We're going to get into some NBA now here in the next couple segments. We'll get Jovan in right now, ready to roll. Jovan, what's happening?
Hey, what's going on, Tony? How are you?
I'm doing great, Looking forward to this card tonight. Well, we still have volume. I like it when we get at least 2 games in the NBA and on the ice here. But tonight, we're going to be looking here at something Jovan has been doing a lot of, been very successful with, and that is picking apart these books on these first quarter lines here. And you'll be looking here at the Thunder Mavericks.
Yeah, that's correct. And, I'm going to look at this game in the way that you just said. That I look at it. That I've been looking at it for the free picks and on the weekend shows, which is isolating the first quarter. So with this total, and by the way, I'm on the over in the first quarter, and here's some of my reasoning for that. You've seen Dallas and OKC. 2 out of the 3 games, it's been unders. You know what I mean? With that said, especially in the first quarter, it's been under. The Mavericks specifically, they haven't been shooting the ball well, and for the Thunder, they haven't been shooting the ball well from beyond the arc. That's a big part of the Thunder's game is the 3-point shot. So they've been shooting. Overall they've been shooting okay, 47. In their last game, 47%, but I think that they're going to hit more 3-point shots in this one. And I think for Dallas, they're going to be more consistent shooting the ball as well overall. There's been certain players that have been, doing their thing, namely P.J. Washington and Tim Hardaway Jr., but, look for someone like Kyrie Irving to get it done early. Because he's been taking a back seat to, Luka, letting Luka do his thing early, even though Luka's hard, So, I just think the way this one starts out, I think both teams are going to force the issue as far as points scored. So, I like the over in the first quarter.
Over in the first quarter here from Jovan, over 55.5. Question on the Thunder side is they have a lot of things to clean up, right? It was the Shea pretty much was the offense. And I think that it was a pretty tough film study for guys like Giddey and the rest of the supporting cast for OKC.
Yeah, well, in the case of Josh Giddey, I don't think this is a bad matchup for him. I don't even think he should really be out there. He's not really a good shot maker, and he consistently takes those shots and keeps on clanging them off the iron. You know what I mean? So, if I was their coach, he wouldn't be starting. And, you've seen Josh Giddey, throughout the season, his minutes fluctuate. Some minutes, some games, he'll have a lot of minutes and have a lot of production. Other games, not so much. So I don't know the rationale with him specifically being in these games, but, I would like to see someone like, the Wiggins or, Wallace, on the court. Some of those guys, Jalen Williams, more the other Jalen Williams, not the main Jalen Williams, the one out of Arkansas. I would like to see them get more, cut into Giddey's time on the court. So, I don't know. As far as other guys doing it, I think Jalen Williams, the main Jalen Williams, he has to get it going immediately. So he hasn't been able to get it going this series. I think he's going under his point total, and this is an aside. He's going under his point total in all 3 games. So this might be a breakout, night for him. And of course, SGA is going to get his regardless. So.
Yeah, looking for some more offensive production here from the Thunder. See how they get it tonight here for the first quarter. That is OKC and the Mavs over 55.5 in the first quarter. So 30-26 score gets you there. So we'll see how that one rolls tonight here with the Thunder and the Mavericks. All right, Jovan, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge for tonight's action. Of course, we do have those 2 NBA games on the board. Jovan enjoying a really good NBA season, as well as a couple on the ice as well. We've got also that 14-game card from Major League Baseball that's still yet to start yet. What do you have going over at Pick Dodge PM?
Yeah, I have an NBA 3-pack going for these 2 games. As if so beside in total for one game and then just aside for the other game. So there's that. Then I have 2 more plays, and that's from the Major League Baseball side. Only one of those are up on the up for a package. The other one is for long-term clients. So had a pretty bad weekend. Saturday and Sunday. Friday was was another good day, but then that got wiped clean for Saturday, and then Sunday just basically rolled over that. So it's time to bounce back on a Monday. So check out something long-term: 3-day, 7-day, 30-day, yearly. You can't go wrong here. Sports Chat Place of Pick Dogs or match mill with one of the other handicaps for the 2-4 and Capital Emotional.
That's right, guys. Got to vote Jovan Burts over at Pick Dogs. Making some great results in the NBA this year from Jovan. No better time now to get on board with the long-term passes. I know you guys like that 7-day pass to start the week. We got a lot of NBA second-round series this year. This week, looks like we're going to have some longer series here in the second round, the way the series are shaping up, as well as MLB, of course, for the week. And you'll save that money when you use that promo code PICK at checkout to save that 15% off. All right, Jovan, are you getting into the rush of the WNBA this year? Are they going to pull you in?
Yeah, I mean, I watch it every year, peripherally. So, I know some of the players. I know I know a lot of the teams. And I know what some of the teams have done. I take a real interest during the playoffs. But I'll probably dip my toe into it. During the lull of summer.
There you go, during the lull of summer, no doubt. All right, Jovan, let everybody know about your video series. We can catch you over at Pick Dogs with those shorts.
Absolutely. I've been putting those out consistently. The only days I really haven't put them out was like a Sunday where there's not enough nighttime action to do something like that. Other than that, they've been going up pretty consistently. Hit one on, when was that, Saturday? No. Friday I hit one. That was the last one I hit. So just keeping it going.
All right, guys. So check out Jovan there. Like, subscribe, set notifications so you can get his video short series. All right, Jovan, have a great night. We'll catch up with you here on the drive-thru on Friday.
Absolutely. I see this Celtics line jumped up pretty substantially. There must be an injury update.
Yep, 11.5 points. The injury update on this one is there is going to be no Allen, no Mitchell. So the questionables are out. Both questionables are out. No Allen, Jerome, Mitchell, and Porter here.
They're waving the white flag. They're waving the white flag.
Yep.
Well, if you didn't get it in, if you didn't get a certain side in, it might be too late because I see 12.5 on DK.
Oh. Yeah, but just moved down to 12 in DK. See, I think out in Mass, they're probably going to buff it. They're going to increase it a little bit, right? In Boston, that might be the case there. But yeah, it looks that way. It looks like they don't want to walk with a limp on vacation. It's not a good look when you're out in Cancun walking with a limp.
Right. You gotta love it.
Oh, yeah.
Man, between Jared Allen and now Spider, oh man, Jared Allen, I just don't get him. And you see the look on his face on the bench every game is just stone face, like, yeah, I'm collecting this money.
Yep, it is interesting how it works out here. Yep. All right, Jovan, have a great night, and we'll catch up with you on Friday.
Absolutely. Have a great night. Win. And see you on Friday.
We'll see you on Friday. Jovan Burts here on the drive. We'll continue here on the show, guys. Chat pick of the day is all one-way action here. Phillies and Mets. We know the Mets are now the favorite, but this was before the line move. So we got If you like the Phillies, -109, it's A. Mets, B. If you like C for the over 7.5, or D, under 7.5, that's our chat pick of the day. Keep them coming in here, guys. 12-2 right now for the Phillies. We got 1 over, 1 under, so it's been all Phillies here on the chat pick of the day. All right, let's continue here on the drive-through. Kirk Stuart is up next. You'll catch him over at Pick Dog Stream. We'll bring Kirk in right now. More coverage from the NBA tonight. We're going to cover that Boston Cavaliers game. Let's see if we get him in here in just a second here. Let's see here. We got to go a little farther here on our board. What's going on, Kirk?
Not much. How we doing?
Doing great. All right, here we go tonight. NBA. We've seen the line move here. The Cavs are bigger dogs here. Celtics 11.5. Total 205, but you're going to look at this one a little differently.
Yeah, I'm going to be looking at this one a little differently. I mean, it's kind of tough to look at it now with the line I had. I locked this in earlier. The Celtics have been the best team against the spread in the first half. It was 5.5 when I got it in at plus 104, and it probably moved up to 7.5, 8, 8.5. It's probably still rising as we speak, but yeah, as I was saying, the Celtics are one of the best teams in the first half. They do like to mess around at the end of the games, which is why I didn't take their full game spread. They were up 23 in Game 3, and it got back to 8 at some point. So they've been a good first half team all year, and Donald's been their only offense. Without him, I could see them being up 15 at half. So I'm still locking in the first half spread at whatever it is for the Celtics, as I think they cover this fairly simply.
All right, Kirk says go first half with the Celtics, 7.5, 8, 8.5, as the line's going to start moving here, obviously because of the news of no Mitchell and no Wade, and you're looking for a full-out effort here from the Celtics here. Of course, they get this one, then they look to close it out in Game 5.
Yeah, they should definitely close this one out in 5. I mean, Mitchell looked hobbled at the end of Game 3. He's out, as we said, tonight. And, I mean, do you really rush him back for Game 5 if you're down 3-1? I don't see any way the Cavs win this series. So I think, as you said on the last segment, they are waving the white flag here. And I don't know if Mitchell stays in Cleveland after this year. He left Utah to try to get a better scenario, and now he's stuck here again, I feel like. It's sad to see, as he's a great talent.
There we go here. Celtics here laying about 7.5 to 8 now with the line move in the first half here against the Cavaliers. All right, Kirk, let's take a look over at Pick Dog for tonight's action. Of course, on the board tonight, we got the couple here from the NBA. Also, a couple on the ice. 14-game card from Major League Baseball that has still yet to start. So we got, actually, we do have a postponement I want to announce now. The Nationals and White Sox have been postponed. So right now we'll have 12 games on the board from Major League Baseball. What do you have going over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, so I have my NBA three-pointer pack, which has just been on fire lately. I have my best play of the day, my best player prop of the day, and another great NBA play. I packaged that together, and yeah, I've hit 7 of my last 9 bets in that package, and I love the slate today. I think we're going to sweep again today, so lock that in before the Celtics start at 7. And yeah, it's going to be.
That's right, guys. Got to go with Kirk Stuart over at Pick Dog Stream. Long-term pass is the way to go. If you like to go that route, you save more money instead of buying the plays individually. But if you do buy them individually, remember the one-day passes are all credit guarantee, meaning they must turn a profit. If the amount you purchase is credit back to account for side credits, that is credit guarantee. All right, Kirk, as always, great having you show. Have yourself a great evening, and we'll catch up with you again later in the week. But of course, I see some of your video series up there on the YouTube channel.
Yeah, I started cashing props with Kirk video series where I give a player prop for each game in the NBA, then I give a value play or a stat leader or a first basket play between plus 300 to plus 500 odds, I'd say most days. And I put out a combined 3-leg parlay for those 2 games, so 2 plays in one game, 1 in another. And they've been doing well. We hit the 3-legger last night, and we're gonna keep rolling. So go check out that series, as it's been fun, and I want all your feedback if you have any, so let me know what you need.
That's right, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, set notifications, add comments for Kirk Stuart on his video series. All right, Kirk, have a great night. We'll catch up with you later in the week.
Sounds good. Thank you, too.
All right, Kirk Stuart here on the Drive To. Let's continue here on the show, guys. Keep an eye on that chat pick of the day. It's all one way here 15 on the Phillies, 2 on the Mets. We now have a change of favorite here since we posted this. It is now the Mets are favored in this game by minus 111, plus 101 on the Phils. But if you like the Phillies, it's A. If you like the Mets, it's B. Over 7.5 is C. Under 7.5 is D. It is a chat pick of the day. 15 on the Phillies, 2 on the Mets, 1 over, 1 under. Keep those picks coming in. All right, let's continue here on the drive-through. Joey Tron is up next. More coverage from baseball from Joey. We got you through the NBA. Kind of over at Pick Dodge Prim. We'll get him here in just a second here. Let's see if we're going the right way here. There we go. Joey, what's happening?
Hey, Tony. How you doing?
Doing great. All right, here we go. Major League Baseball here for Monday's card. Features the Pirates at the Brewers. The Brewers at $1.32, total 8.5.
Yeah, so I like the Brewers in this one. Brewers enter this winning 4 of their last 6, and the Pirates are entering this one losing 4 of their last 5. Brewers are sending Colin Ray to the hill. He's doing a great job this season. He's 3-0. He has a 3.29 ERA and 1.28 WHIP. He has great splits against the Pirates lineup, and most importantly, the Pirates have really struggled against right-handed pitchers this season, going 9-18 straight up. Pirates are sending Mitch Keller to the hill, and he's done historically poor against the Brewers in his career. He's 0-4 with a 6.37 ERA. Almost every batter on the Brewers is hitting 300 or better in their career against Mitch Keller. I think the Brewers bats are due for a big day, especially with Keller at the hill. Brewers are 7-4 as a home favorite, and the Pirates are 12-17, playing on their 3rd day with no rest. Take the Brewers at home here.
All right, Joey here on the Brewers at home here, minus the 132 here against the Pittsburgh Pirates. The Pirates have just been a team that has really had their struggles really hitting the baseball. And as you mentioned, it's been really struggled against those right-handed starters. And Ray has been one of the starters that you can count on here for the Brewers.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised with how well he's doing this season, if I'm going to be completely honest. But if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And that's really why I like the Brewers tonight.
Yeah, Ray has been the one there to really help short. Because remember, there has been some turnover in that Brewers rotation. Some were wondering, but the bats have been really coming through for the Milwaukee Brewers, showing some good signs on the road as well. Brewers, $1.32, $1.36. Do your line shopping, get the best number. Look for those dime lines, okay? And one thing I'll give you some advice on. Look at. I'll show you the sharpest book in the world. Look at that 10-cent line. Some books you'll see 20-cent line. What I mean by that, you might see 142 on the Brewers, 122 on the Pirates, or whatever the 20-cent spread. Get the dime lines when you shop. Get the best numbers. That's the way to go. You don't need those boosts. If you're betting every day, those boosts, you're going to lose money getting the boosters instead of just going here and getting the better numbers. That's the way to roll, guys, especially with baseball with this high volume. Tonight, the Brewers, the pick. All right, Joey, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge for tonight's action. Of course, baseball in the card. A 12-game card. We just have one starting right now. Washington and Chicago rain out. 2 on the board in NBA, 2 on the board in NHL. Great start to the year. What do you have going over at Pick Dodge Premium?
Yeah, so I'm a little bummed. One of my plays was on the Nationals-White Sox game, so that's off the board. So now all I have is my Tron's Titan, which is my strongest NHL bet. That's starting around 7:30, so if you want to get in on that, check it out at Joey Tron over at pickdogs.com.
That's right, guys. Get aboard with Joey Tron over at Pick Dodge Premium. Great results here for 2024. It's just been on the site for a few weeks. So no better time to get on board with Joey with a long-term pass. That 7-day pass, you guys like that one here on the Monday because it covers all the action here for the week. We're still in the second round of the NBA and NHL playoffs, all the baseball in there. Use that promo code PICK at checkout, and you'll save that 15% off. All right, Joey, as always, great having you show. Continue that success, and we'll catch up with you later in the week.
Thank you, Tony. Have a great night.
You as well. Joey Tron here on the drive-thru. Let's continue here on the show, guys. Let's take a look here at the chat pick. It is still one-way action here. We did get another one here. Finally, we got another one here from the Mets. It's been all Phillies here for the bulk of the show, almost 5-1 on the Phillies here. Chat pick of the day: Phillies minus 109, 15. The Mets 3, 1 on the over, 1 on the under. I know there's been a line move since we started the show. The Phillies are now underdogs in this one. Another one coming in here for the Phils by Bo. 16-3 now on this chat pick of the day. All right, let's continue here on the drive-through. We're going to welcome in next Rod Zawacky. Catch him over at Pick Dodge Premium. We'll bring Rod in tonight from Major League Baseball coverage. Always been good to us here with the bonus plays as well. Let's see what we got rolling here with Rod here. We'll get him here in just a second here. Rod, what's happening?
Not too much, Tony. Didn't realize that game was already off the board, so we might have to swing it a little and quickly go to a different game because it's already 0-0 bottom of the first in that Blue Jays game.
Yeah, Blue
I didn't
Jays
realize
game.
it was a 4:35 start.
Yep, it started a little early. Okay, so Ron, what are we looking
You
at?
can take it live. Still take the under though.
All right,
I still think we got a pitcher still early.
let's do it.
In take a live bet 7.5. I still like the under here, as we've seen in the top of. It's now the bottom of the first. Blue Jays scored nothing. The Orioles still yet to bat here, and with Barrios on the mound, I think he goes deep in this game. He loves facing the Orioles in his career. He's 10-1 versus the Orioles in his career. I don't feel those starts have been against the Orioles when the Orioles weren't as good, but I think Barrios having a great season. I think he has a great start, and we know Corbin Burns on the mound for the Orioles on the other side. Both of these pitchers have sub-3 ERAs. This is at 7.5 for a reason. I was going to give up the Nerfy in the first inning because I don't think we get any runs in this low-scoring battle. I think both pitchers go deep, 6 innings. And this Blue Jays bullpen's definitely starting to turn it around from what they were over the last 5 games. Definitely have been producing. So I like the under 7.5. Grab the live line. Under 7.5 in this
Under
game.
7.5 on the live line for Rod here in this one. Blue Jays and Orioles. Blue Jays bats have been ice cold on the road, and Orioles have not been a solid team hitting at night. 229, and of course better bullpen production on the road than at home for this Blue Jays team. But Barrios, when he has proper rest, 17-4 the under the past 2 seasons. So Barrios, sometimes lacks the run support, but if you're looking for the under, you don't mind that.
Well, exactly. We don't mind if he doesn't get any run support. He'll just keep producing those innings and putting up the big zeros for us and easily get us under the total. The only part that gets scary is when you come in at this game late as the bullpen. But I said that Blue Jays bullpen's definitely picked it up. The Orioles bullpen isn't great as well either. But this Jays lineup still struggling to hit the ball just because they had a nice couple games prior to this one. Still. That runners in scoring position is still a trouble spot for the Blue Jays, has been the last 2 seasons. So definitely like the under here.
I get the under there with Blue Jays and Orioles. All right, Roddy, always been good to us here with those bonuses.
And definitely bonus play. We're going to go to hockey. I didn't hear anybody talk about any hockey games tonight, so we might as well go. We'll touch on a hockey game. We'll go with the later one. The other one starts pretty quick here, so we'll go with the later game with Dallas taking on the Colorado Avalanche. And in that game, hey, we see Dallas last game got us a nice win in that one, and they're playing good hockey. This Dallas Stars team. They started off the series not so well, but they gave the Avs a couple power plays and they capitalized. But they've definitely stepped up on the penalty kill as they've held the Avalanche to 0-3, 0-3 in the last 2 games on the penalty kill, and that's huge. Because this Avs team is like the Oilers. You give them the power play, bad things happen. Like goals get scored on you. Ottinger's definitely picked up his game. He's got a 2.12 goals against average, 919 save percentage. Georgiev in net for the Avs. He's been shaky. We've seen him. He did step it up since that Winnipeg series, but now against the Stars, he's definitely let in a few that he would definitely love to have back. But here in this one, I think the Stars are the better team and the team to go. I don't trust Georgiev. I think the Stars get to him. Got to take Dallas to go up 3-1 in this series and heading back home with an elimination on their side. I know everybody that I've seen today is jumping this Colorado Avalanche team thinking, oh, it'll be a bounce back series. They'll get good. But they've also struggled to score goals at times. And the way the Stars are playing defense, give me the Stars at the plus money to take a 3-1 series lead.
We don't see a whole lot of good defense in the NHL of late, but when you do see it, you can see how it stops these explosive offenses. We're seeing the Stars of Vancouver. The defense rising here in the West.
Oh, the defense is slowly. I think this was that 1-2-1. It was 4-1 last game, but don't let that score fool you. It really was 2-1. 2 of those goals came empty netters that the Stars scored when the Avs pulled the goalie a little bit too early for my liking. They pulled him with 3 minutes left and you're only down 1. A little bit early to be pulling your goalie, I think, down 2-1. I don't think the Avs will be pulling the goalie that early this time around. Because it cost them a couple goals, and that's why the final was 4-1 in that one. The funny thing in the second round, first round was a lot of unders, low scoring, harder hitting. These second round games have shot up. We've seen 11-3 in them recently to the overs. And this one's no doubt. I wouldn't surprise if we see an over in this one. And a little bonus play for you. I like the both teams to score in the first, so that gives us the over 1.5 in the first period. I think easily we see the over. A couple goals. I like the over 6.5 as well. I think we easily get over it.
I see that. BTT
2-1 was one of those blip a lot anomaly scores that it's like, here you go. Here's a 2-1. But no, mostly all season these teams like to score, so I that's what we get again. Two high-powered offenses. The Avs are going to bring it tonight. They don't want to go down 3-1.
No, not at all. And here, could be another closeout. A short line here in this Rangers and Hurricanes. If you have a premium, we can kind of work around it here. But the Rangers here looking for the closeout against the Hurricanes. Hurricanes avoided that sweep, but it's happened before. But Hurricanes, a defensive-minded team, is having their struggle scoring.
Hurricanes avoided the sweep, right? And we look in this game, we've seen all three of these meetings go up and over the total. We've seen 4-3, 4-3 in the last couple ones. We've seen 2 overtime games as well. So it's not like this Rangers team has been running away with this series the way that the series is 3 games to 1. I know in the video I said I'm going to take the Hurricanes, and I got a lot of people on flag going, "Hey, is this guy drunk? What's going on here? Are you drunk?" Like, no. No, not drunk at all. I just think this Hurricanes team is definitely better than what they've been given credit for, and they finally got themselves a win, and that's big for teams getting themselves a win. It might have been a 4-3 win, and they just got the job done, but hey, they got the job. A win is a win. Look at the couple of Rangers wins. They needed overtime to get 2 of those wins. A bounce this way and that way, and this series is tied at 2-2. So you know what? I like the Hurricanes to come into MSG tonight and get the win. 4th game 6 back at home in Carolina.
I know who's rooting for the Rangers tonight. The Kings, the Ducks, the Sharks, the Winnipeg Jets, because there's a word that Brindamore, they're running, that Brindamore could be in a little bit of in the hot seat here.
That's what they're thinking, right? That Brindamore loses this one, he might get run out of Carolina, but not so fast. I think this Hurricanes team, they're not slouches. They're not going to go quietly into the night. And as I said, a lot of these games are really close, and I like the Hurricanes' chances. They're basically this is it, do or die, and we know what they've done. Backs up against the wall. They got the win. Here it comes, second time back up against the wall. I think they do it. I think we see Game 6 here in this one.
There's your bonus from Rod Zawacky. There was an in-game with the under in the Orioles and Baltimore game and Blue Jays. Also here with the bonus selections from the NHL. All right, Rod, let's take a look over at Pick.Print for tonight's action. Of course, on the board tonight, we still have about 11 games from Major League Baseball, as well as a couple from the hardwood NHL. What do you have going on over at Pick.Dogs Premium?
And over at Pick.Dogs Premium, I got my top play on the board, which is my NBA drop a dime play, top play in the NBA action tonight. 20-13 over the last month on it, hitting 60% in the NBA, so definitely jump aboard it. Or you can get the NBA drop a dime play in my Money Monday triple, which includes that drop a dime play, as I said, NHL sniper play, as well as top play in the MLB. So jump aboard my Money Monday triple, or join me for the week as we look to crush the book this week. I love this week's action ahead, so definitely jump aboard as we have a big week ahead. I can feel it. Excited. Use that promo code PICK at checkout. Save 15% off. Long term is the way to go. Get more plays for your buck over at Pick Dogs Premium.
That's right, guys. Got to with Rod Zawacky over at Pick.Premium. Premium. You guys love that 7-day pass early week, so get signed up. All right, Rod, it's always great having your show. Have a great week. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow. And, of course, we can catch your video series here with your NHL A to Z coverage, every game on the board.
Yeah, definitely check out today's videos. And also we got a couple more going tomorrow that will be up momentarily. So make sure that you like, subscribe. That way you don't miss out on any of the new content that gets dropped daily here at Pick Dogs YouTube. So definitely tune into all that. Make sure you subscribe to flip on that notification bell, so you get all the new content that drops. So much content gets dropped. The list is getting longer and longer and bigger daily here at Big Dog. So definitely, we appreciate everybody that tunes in daily to all those video content. So definitely check it all out.
Check it out, guy, with Rod Zawacky there. Like, subscribe. All right, Rod, have a great night. We'll catch up with you tomorrow.
You as well, Tony. Big day tomorrow, baby.
Yes.
The kickoff of the WNBA season is tomorrow. Day one is tomorrow's action. 4 games on the slate, including them aces behind you. Fade the aces.
Fade the aces. Fade the aces there coming up here. WNBA with these big lions. All right, Rod. Have a great night. We'll catch up tomorrow.
You as well, Tony. Good luck, everybody. Good luck, Pick Dogs fan. Get those winners.
Those winners indeed. Rod Zawacky here on the drive-thru. Let's continue here, guys. We're going to get close to wrapping up this chat pick of the day. It is all Phillies here, whether the Phillies are dogs or favorites, you like them, man. No matter what. Here, Phillies A, Mets B, over C, under D. Right now, 17 on the Phils, 3 on the Mets, 1 over, 1 under. Chat pick of the day. Get your chat picks in. If you already voted on the chat pick, then get your show pick into the screen, and we will go ahead and recap it for you here at the end of the show. All right, let's continue here on the drive-thru. So get your show picks if you already voted for chat pick of the day. All right, let's continue here on the drive-thru. Let's get to my game up next. It's not going to be this one, obviously. We got to move the chains here. We're going to go one of the later night games tonight involving the Cardinals and the Angels here. What do we see this? What do I say? That one is postponed, guys. Just so you know, Nationals and White Sox were postponed. We announced that earlier. I thought it might have been a different game there. So, all right, let's continue to move on here. It's this one here. Angels and the Cardinals. We'll take the plus money here with the Angels here now plus 103 instead of minus 103. Liberatore gets the start. We thought it might have been an opener, but it looks like it's going to Liberatore. Doesn't matter. He's a left-hander. The Angels have had success against left-handed pitching this year. Starters, that is. The Angels are hitting 288 against left-handed starters, putting up 5.7 runs per game. They've won 5 of their 6 against left-handed starters. The Cardinals offense, we know it's been a struggle for this Cardinals team. Past 7 games, 2.7 runs per game, losing 6 of those games. They are, and of course, you look at the Angels bullpen, high ERA but low WHIP. Their WHIP is under 1.35. The Cardinals have struggled against teams like that don't put up a lot of base runners, and we're going to go with the Angels here plus the 103 here against the Cardinals tonight. Major League Baseball. All right, chat pick of the day, guys. Over at Pick Dogs Pim, I have a best bet up on the board right now from the NBA 3-pack from Major Baseball. I've been heating up in baseball, guys. So check me out over at Pick Dogs. Get that 3-pack from MLB right now, or the best bet, or the long-term pass, the 3-7 30-hour sports pass. You get all my premium plays for that time period. Just like when you go to my handicapper page, make that purchase. Remember the promo code PICK at checkout. We'll save you that 15% off. All right, we're going to wrap up the chat pick of the day right now because it is all one-way action. Here, the final tally 17-3 on the Phils. The Phillies are the chat pick of the day. So now it is time here to put your pick in, your show pick into the screen so we can read them on the air. So get your show pick into the chat if you would, and we will read them up in a little bit. All right, here's the recap. David on the Royals plus 136. Jay liked the Rangers run line, laying the run and a half plus 175. Brad was on the Rays plus 107. Jovan, OKC and Mavs first quarter over the total. Kirk Celtics minus 7.5, 8 first half right now with the line move. Joey was on the Brewers, laid the $1.36. Rod, Blue Jays, Baltimore in-game under 7.5. He gave you the hockey picks on the segment as well. And I'll be on the Angels now plus 103 here in that spot. All right, guys, we've got this all set up now as well as the one I like the most. Let's go with David's pick on the Royals there. I talked about that one numerous about Mariners here at home. It's been struggling. They've struggled for years trying to score runs in that ballpark. All right, we told you it is the Phillies as a chat pick of the day, and of course now it's time to get your show picks into the chat, and we'll read them off here at the end. That's going to do it for this edition of the Drive-Thru, guys. Make sure you tune in again tomorrow live at 6 Eastern Time. We'll do it all over again. We'll bring in our cappers from Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place. We'll give our place for you here in real time. Remember to always get started with that morning show. We are live here 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time with Mitch, Jay, and Chris. Also, Mitch's 7 picks in 5 minutes. His betting tool show, his roundtable discussions with the professionals. Also, we go around the league from the NHL with Chris. Also, Jay's NBA Jam session. Video series from Rod Zawacky, NHL A to Z. Of course, we got Kirk with his video series up there on the props. Jovan, his shorts parlays. Brad's Nerfies Yerfies on the parlay shorts as well. Jay's Jam session. And, of course, Ron Rimalley's baseball breakdown. Also, all access with Big Al McMorty. Costy with his sharp trading plays. Brian Biller as well. Sharp contrarian plays, to name a few. But of course, it is Mills with his prop shop and his UFC rundown here. Make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications, be live with us when these plays come in. All right, let's go to the show picks today. Ron Crawford with the Brewers run line, lay the 1.5. Also likes Kid Tigers KBO. Blake was on D-backs game under 8.5. Bo likes the Angels money line tonight. Also Blake minus half in the first inning here. What else do we have? John Stewart here. Rays, Brewers, A's, Royals plus 1882. Playing a few of those straight. That's from John Stewart with his show pick there. 4-teamer tonight. What else we have here? We got some props here. O's game under 9. Cubs under 9. Keller 5+ Ks plus 215 there from John Stewart. And let's see if we have any more coming in right now. Under 8.5. Arizona Cincy from J-Man. Sean Murray Mavericks money line. J-Man Oakland A's money line. Hard to argue that one. What else do we have here? This is going to be here. Marte for a home run from Ruda Fitness. Gunner for a home run today also from Ruda Fitness. And also Ruda here on the Phillies. Let's see, we have any more here, guys, before we sign you off. We got Mazurki go against Texas from Mazurki Ski. Doesn't like the spot. Hurricanes money line, Thunder money line from the Legend. The Legend speaks. Mavs here from Justin. Is that what he says? Mavs. Oh, Mavs bad. Okay, stay away from that one. Okay. Let's see what else we have here. All right, guys, this is your last call. I'm going to refresh it one more time before we sign off. From JX, Imanaga over 5.5 strikeouts. Clyde Drexler likes the Athletics money line plus 155. All right, we got them all in. That's going to do it for the show, guys. Let's go ahead and bring in our crew from tonight. Going to wake up out of guys. Have a great night, and we'll be back again.